What is up, RC Enthusiasts? David from Untitled RC here. Over here I got some MN models for you guys. Got two D90s right here, Defenders, and one FJ45 right here. This one they designate as the MND90, this one is the MN45, and this one is the MN96. So right here, the reason I have these three in front of me is because these are the three most drastically different vehicles I have, and these are more towards what they've come out with recently, so you can see where they've progressed and where they're coming from. So we'll start off with this guy right here. This guy right here started out as a kit. Came with a 180 motor, plastic drive shafts, plastic gearbox. You know, pretty much toy grade. But it did come with a fully proportional steering servo, which is a 3-wire hobby grade servo. And, you know, it was pretty simple to build. And it looks good. So, why not, right? So I decided to get into these things. And I got this right after I got myself those C14s and C24s. I ended up with this one. Ended up liking it. And they came out with a Toyota, so I went with this one. Now this one started off life as a kit as well. Now it's running off my Fly Sky just like this one is. And this one right here also came with a 180 motor with a plastic gearbox and plastic drive shafts, even though the listing said it was supposed to come with a 260 motor. So that was a little disappointing, but you know, I wanted the Toyota body, so still got it anyway. Was not able to be that satisfied with it because, you know, the hood didn't open up, the scaleness of it, you know, that this right here is supposed to be flush on the real thing. The rear window, it's not supposed to be one piece, it's supposed to be like a 3-piece, kind of like the back of this. So those kind of little things, you know, kind of annoyed me a little bit because I wanted it to look a little bit more real. And I do like it, you know, this truck version is pretty cool. Nice little trunk right here to put stuff in. You know, some people would probably chop this and make it a short bed, you know, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, well, anyway, that one right there, I got it. Was supposed to come with a 260, was a little disappointed about it, but you know what? It's still another model to mess with, so whatever, right? So yeah, so they moved up on the line and they went back. They went back to Defenders again. This right here is a ready to run. It's not a kit like these two right here, so this one actually came with its own controller, came with a battery and everything. This one was pretty surprisingly fully proportional, throttle and steering, and also you do get a battery with it, which is a pretty high capacity battery, gives this thing tons of runtime. It was pretty good. Now in the box of this one, we were promised a 260 motor and metal drive shafts, as it says on the box. Well, guess what? We actually got one of those things, surprisingly. They put a 260 motor in here with a different gearbox. So now we have an updated gearbox with a 260 motor, but still plastic drivetrain, except for the ring and pinion gears now. The ring and pinion gears in this thing in here are copper or brass, which, you know, whatever they are, they're that color. They're the goldish colored ring and pinion gears. And the newer MN model, which is the MN99, I believe it's called, which has this truck back, which looks just like this. The one I just most recently did a video on, or a review on. That one right there has got steel ring and pinion gears, so they even upped it up there a little bit more. The box on that one also said metal drive shafts, but nope, it's still plastic. So hopefully those ones are a little better. I noticed the drive shafts are a little thicker, but still, plastic drive shafts, I can't sit here and comfortably recommend to people that, you know, that you'll be fine. Because if you were to ask me and you watch my videos and you want to do the kind of crawling you see on my running videos, you're going to have to get up to this spec right here or to what this is right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and get you into this. I'm going to bring you guys closer up into these right here to show you the differences between these three and what I think about these guys. So let's get into that. Well, alright guys, here we go. The MN model MND90. This is their first take on this right here. They have this color and a red color. As you tell here in the back, I have made myself some little windows out of plastic. This is actually just tape. You could make it out of Lexan spares and whatnot. That'll be a lot better, but that's what I had at the time and that's what I used. Normally it was just like this, no glass. I did it all the way around. But yeah, so this right here, this started life as a kit. I ended up doing my own thing to this. I never assembled it the way they wanted it to be assembled. I pretty much bought all the upgrade parts from Wpl, the metal ring and pinions, the out drives, and the metal drive shafts, and a 2-speed gearbox, and installed all that instantly as I was putting this together. So I wouldn't be able to tell you how this ran stock. But then again, I do have that MN45 that I got after this that I was able to run in factory kit stock and was not too impressed with it. So good thing I did it this way. So let's get under this and I'll show you what I put in here to change it up. So if you look down here, I got the Wpl drive shafts. I'm not sure if you can tell in here by the wheels, but see, I actually have the metal out drives, the old school ones with the dog bones on the ends, not the new one that they have with a higher angle. because they didn't have that at the time. But yeah, there you go. You see my 4500 kV brushless motor sitting in there and a 2-speed gearbox. That's running, I believe, a 10-tooth or 11-tooth pinion on that brushless motor. I don't remember exactly. It's been almost a year now, I believe, since I put this together, so I'm not exactly sure. I don't remember. But as you can tell right here, I have these flaps. I have a video on what I did to make these and why I made these, but this is where I put 2200 mAh lipos in. I can put one on each side for a total of 4400, and that gives me massive run times right there. So that's all that. This is just a cut up cell phone case. I don't know if you can tell right there, just a camera cut out and stuff. And I just have it up there by this little screw that's sticking out. That's the only thing holding this flap up there. It's been reliable that way. It actually stays on pretty well. So yeah, those are the mods I have on right there. This thing is running my FlySky GT3C with a FlySky 4-channel receiver in there. And I normally run anywhere from a 2200 mAh all the way down to a 600 mAh 2-cell LiPo in here under the hood right here. So as you can tell right here under the hood, that's where the wire still comes out for the battery. And I just have grounded down the side right here for a hole for the batteries to bypass on both sides. So I can actually put the wires for the 2200 mAh batteries in here. So that's where all the wires would be if the two batteries are going to be sitting down here. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And another up for having your batteries down here is you get a lot lower center of gravity, so less chance of flipping this thing once I have my batteries down there. And that's a little good tip right there for you guys. Also, one other thing I did to this was I put wheel weights in here. Now, I have never revealed to anyone what I use for wheel weights because I am still planning to use that for one of my giveaways. I'm going to be probably giving away something really, really cool, something really upgraded. And I want to kind of make it a little hard to win it, you know. I just don't want to give it away just like a random giveaway. I actually want somebody to win that thing. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's for this brushless model right here. Let's go on to the 45. Now here we got the MN45. As you can tell here, I have the Wpl regular wheels right here. These are the kit wheels. You can tell they're really soft. So I have that on there. The reason I did that was because I just wanted to use the wheels that came on this on another rig at the time. But ended up never using those wheels. They're actually just sitting back there somewhere behind those things. But yeah, so this guy right here, 180 motor, plastic ring and pinion gears, plastic drive shafts. Nothing special. So you can tell this one right here, this is my modification. This is actually running a 260 gearbox now because I took the 260 gearbox out of the MN96 and put it in here. So that's the modification I have done to this. 260 gearbox running a FlySky receiver with a 30 amp Banggood ESC in here. I'll have the links below for those. So yeah, and this one, originally wanted you to put the battery in the back. As you can tell, I'm only using half of the battery tray in the back. That's why it's not sitting as low as you'd normally see it. And there's no way to open that because that's just stuck there. And I actually have my battery up front here. So that battery's just squished between the body and the frame. Sits there pretty nicely. There's some double-sided tape to keep it in place. And I just use the on-off switch right there. And I just plug in my charger to that balance port right there to charge it. So I never really take the battery out of this rig. But as you can tell right down there, plastic drive shaft problems. That's why I can't recommend plastic drive shafts in any of these. I always recommend replace those with metal CVD style drive shafts that you see on my other rigs. And if anything, put a 2-speed in it and you'll have way more fun. But yeah, so that's what this came out with. Just like that, you know, 180 motor, plastic ring and pinion gears. Nothing special. I actually didn't like it too much, but it's still in my fleet because I might do something custom to it in the future. And it is one of my first Toyota from MN model. This is what I would recommend to most people to start with. Start with something like this. The MN96, the MN99, the MN99S, the MN99A. Those ones all have metal ring and pinion gears inside right here. That makes a big difference because those are what normally breaks faster. So some people can get away with using the plastic drive shafts, but as you can tell on mine, I got Wpl metal drive shafts, 2-speed gearbox with a 370 motor. As you can tell on the motor right there, I wrapped it with a sock so no debris can get in it and ruin my motor. Because water usually can get in there and it'll be fine, just as long as there's no debris getting caught on your brushes or anything getting jammed in your commutator, stuff like that, you know. That will prevent stuff getting in there, just water, and that's fine. So yeah, this one right here is also running a 30 amp ESC with my FlySky receiver combo. I mean, not receiver combo, my FlySky receiver and 30 amp ESC from Banggood. And my opinion, if you're gonna get one of these, you are definitely going to have to do the upgrades. Now with this one right here, I put the original Wpl upgrades on this, and I had to mod it onto the shaft that was on here originally with the plastic ring gear and everything. I had to grind that all off and mod it all onto there because the Wpl shaft is too short for these, because these have longer axles or wider axles. So yeah, that's one mod I had to do with this one, which this one you probably won't have to do anymore. It has metal ring and pinion. I know the out drives are still plastic and those might break, but if anything, MN model makes their own upgrades for these now, so you don't have to do the crazy moddings I did to have to make this metal. You could actually make this metal with the MN model metal upgrade kits now. So not too bad there, but to me, I say one of these is the way to go. Right here, grab yourself one of these, grab yourself the 2-speed Wpl gearbox with the 370 motor, some Wpl CVD style drive shafts like that, and in this form right here, as you see this one right here, this one runs pretty good the way it is. For now, I just wanted to release this video just to show you guys what I've done to my MN models to make them the way they are. I know you guys saw this on my recent video with the Wpl sound kit in it and stuff, but I had to take it out of there and put it into a Wpl where it belongs, because I did have a Wpl sitting back here that needed it. Well, alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that gave you some insight into these right here to let you know whether you want one or not. So check them out if you're interested. They're pretty cool, fun to tinker with, you know, cool little rigs. You could definitely step them up to hobby grade if you put all the work into them. But yeah, as always, don't forget, leave a like, comment, and subscribe below if you like this kind of content. And always, go out there, have some fun, and run that RC!